welcome back to another episode. I got a couple close friends of mine from high school, Isaiah and Melvin. Thank you guys for pulling up. You know, I'm very proud of you for what you're doing outside of, you know, the realm of, you know, a 9 to 5. You know, you're very out there on social media, and then, you know, you're getting pretty popular, my guy. Like, you know, next year's what is it? Today's prices won't be tomorrow's price.
Literally
something like that. So absolutely nice to see you, and Melvin.
Appreciate it.
I mean, we out here. He's my best friend, so I came here to support him. You know.
No, Melvin, you're killing it too, man. I'm proud of both of y'all, and I'm excited. And obviously, everybody knows Luis. Luis, do you want to introduce yourself again, or?
No, we good.
But today we're gonna do a little spin on our pod. It's gonna be a little different. We're just gonna talk about some life stuff or like scenarios. Like, what would you do in this situation? So. I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna ask a question, and then if you want to answer, I mean, specifically you said you wouldn't care to answer any sort of awkward questions. So I'm gonna ask you, bro. I'm gonna ask you.
Hey.
So this is the first one. Anyone can answer this one. The scenario is your friend offers you an opportunity to make a great deal of money very quickly. He has arranged to set up an offshore account for your profit. He would not tell you exactly how he's making this money, but you get the impression that it's not actually legal. He only wants an investment of $500 and promises you'll have enough for your minimal investment that you will never need to work again. 1, do you give him the $500, deciding if you don't know how he's making it, you're in the clear? 2, do you demand to know the details before getting involved? Or 3, decide you want no part of this deal as you trust your instinct that the offer is shady and it might even get you in legal trouble. My bad. So out of the 3 situations, do you give them the $500 and be like, doesn't really matter to me, and then, or demand to know the details, or trust your instinct and realize that that's kind of shady and I'm doing it?
I feel like it depends on the person of who's asking, because if it's like somebody really, really close to me and they're just like, yo, like, can you just help, help me out? Like, if it was someone like him, like, just like, yo, like, I really, like, need this. And then, I probably would just give it to him and then ask questions later. But almost, like, anyone who's, like, not, like, family or anything, then I'm going to be I'm going to be a nosy fuck. I want to know. Like, what do you need?
So, I mean, it kind of reminds me, like, if you see on IG, all these, like, Forex traders or whatever. Like, honestly, like everyone, like, be posting, they're like, oh, if you send me $500, I'll fucking, like, make your money like worthwhile, this and that. I don't know. It's kind of like, on the same like spectrum that you mentioned. Like, if I know you type shit, like you're my boy, then it might be all right. But then again, there again, like I mentioned, the Forex traders, right? A lot of people that you were like cool with, they're like trying to like, at least personally, I've had that happen to me. You're like, yo, like you'll send me $500 and you'll turn this shit into like 5K. Like I got you, this and that. And they're like, you're close people, and you're just like, you trust them, right? And at the end of the day, they just like, that's how they get their money. You feel me? So it's like I probably wouldn't. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Not gonna count. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah.
Like again, the different situations, different people. Like nowadays, I'm not really the type to be trusting anybody really. Expect like just like really close friends, like you said.
Yeah.
Just for that same reason, I've seen different scenarios and people being fucked over.
Yeah.
Situations
Yeah, for sure.
Or like even when they can't even do other things because it fucks up their life just because of situations like that.
Yeah,
just that one little amount of money, and then
you're correct. You end up being a fall guy at that point. Imagine you go to jail. Are you? And I think of like, obviously this is extreme, but like the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. Like obviously some people are like, oh, I would have snitched too, and other people, oh, you a snitch. But like when you really really sit down and like, am I gonna really take 63 plus years for somebody that that could care less about me? And I'm gonna choose my family. Like at the end of the day, I'd rather like not be in any sort of trouble with my friends either. I'm not saying I'm gonna snitch, but I'm not even gonna put myself in a position where I have to snitch. Yeah,
exactly.
He made a good point of that one interview. He was like, are you taking care of my wife? Are you taking care of my daughter? Are you taking care of my mom?
Yeah.
He was like, you're not. So and then I was like, that's very true.
Pretty deep,
I stayed too. Like I snitched too, sir.
Exactly. So I mean, and because he's a celebrity and because he's like a rapper that was like, oh, I do this, I do that. People are like, oh, like now you got to stand by that, and it's not necessarily always true. But yeah, that was good. The second situation I have, the unfaithful friend is what it's called. So, if you go out with your husband for dinner at a new restaurant that you have not frequented before, it is in a part of town you rarely visit, and you are shocked to see your friend's spouse having dinner with a very young, attractive person. From the way they're behaving, it is obvious that they are more than friends. The couple finish their meal and leave without seeing you. They behave very affectionately on the way out of the door. Do you, 1, tell your friend knowing you probably will not be believed and that it may ruin your friendship, or 2, say nothing about seeing the couple as it is none of your business? They may even be in an open relationship that you don't know about. What do you do?
One of y'all go.
Alright, so like again, it depends on different situations and the type of friends that you have. Like, if I know that, because social media nowadays, you see one thing and people say one thing and then people switch up the story and it's another story, right? So then it becomes so and so is dating you, so and so is dating you. Did you hear about this? Blah blah blah, right? But in that situation, if it was a really close friend, I would ask questions before approaching or even asking that type of question. Like, for example, if I saw my best friend with like her boyfriend out with another girl, and I go home and I text her like, hey, are y'all good? Like, are you guys? Oh yeah, why? Then I'd probably get to the bottom of it. Not trying to be nosy, but like before asking or assuming, like, hey, I saw your man's with this bitch, right? It could have been our cousin, but like affection, you said it was affection, exactly. But if it's somebody I don't know, like somebody I don't really care about or I've seen, but I've seen them before, then why say something? Like they probably doing their own thing at that point. You never know. And at that point, if you ask, you're just being a little nosy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So, but in those two scenarios, so I'm assuming you're leaning more towards to mind your own business and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Unless.
Yeah. But it depends. And I think you're alluding to like depending on the friendship. Like you two would talk to each. Like if it's your like it depends. If it's your, because at the end of the day, in this situation, but in this situation, the person at the crib is Isaiah. So you get me? Like he's not the one with a girl. Like if he was the one with a girl, you probably wouldn't tell the girl. But now if his girl was out with somebody else, I don't think it would take more than 5 hours, like you said, for him to find out.
Yeah, for 5 years.
Or 5 years, damn. Go ahead.
We can talk about that.
Oh, we can get more into detail about that.
Yeah, we'll get more into detail.
Hey, whatever's going on. Oops. We'll go to commercial. We'll be right back.
Nah, I saw that look originally when he
gave him he's like, or 5 years.
The student Griffin was just like,
yeah, he did that shit in slow motion too.
That is funny. So
I don't even know, honestly, because like it depends. Like I said, it depends how close I am. But I feel like if it's one of my boys, like I should know about this before seeing it with my own eyes type shit. Like I feel like my boy should tell me some shit like this, like that he's doing, and I'm not gonna judge. At the end of the day, everyone has their own relationship. It is fucked up. You feel me? Like obviously, but at the end of the day, like that's your day one. You feel me? Like that's your best friend type shit. Like if it makes him happy, it makes him happy. It doesn't mean that the other person they're with should deserve it, because by all means, that's not the way. But at the end of the day, like. I don't know, bros over hoes, respectfully, like, I think I'm gonna have to go with my boy and watch his back.
Actually.
I know it's gonna get some people mad, but if it's my boy, then yeah, for sure. But if it's someone I'm not that close to, I'm gonna be like,
mind your business.
Yeah, type shit, like.
Yeah, basically that.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same with you guys. Like, I've been in so many situations where my big mouth, it just puts me into more trouble. So at this point, like, I got my own family to take care of, bro. Like, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep it moving. Now if my name gets thrown in there, I'll be like, bro, all right, this is what it was. But if it has nothing to do with me, if the person didn't see me out either, just keep it moving. And
you're on like a family dinner.
Yeah.
Like, didn't you see that too? You're like, I don't know.
I wasn't there, bro.
He's kind of straightforward, man, and I like that about him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just he's gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah, I'll just tell you.
And it's not even about like, oh, me getting in trouble or my name being in there. Like, oh, you said this and what?
Exactly.
No,
like, it's
this
the
is what I
truth.
said.
The biggest thing is the truth hurts, and a lot of people can't handle the truth.
Correct.
Like, and those are two big sayings. Like,
But you, yeah, and that's like that goes deeper into like you have to put yourself around people that aren't sensitive. Like, you know, if you roll like that, you should be with a group of guys that can handle it. But I mean, that's another conversation. This is the difficult one, my guy, and apparently he said he was cool with the difficult one. So we're gonna ask him if anyone else wants to jump in. I don't know if I have the heart to jump into this one, but all right, let's go. You and your family love the beach and decide to spend a weekend at an isolated beach cabin. Your teenage daughter often gets bored on your getaways, so you make plans to take your niece along. As soon as you arrive, a storm is looming on the horizon and the water looks rough. You tell the girls they can get ready to swim, but to come back and help unload the car. They are so excited that they don't pay attention to the last part of what you say and run down to the beach to swim. You can kind of guess where this is going. You do not realize that they have done so until you hear your daughter scream. "Ah!" You realize they are both caught in a strong current and might be swept out to the sea.
That was a good scream.
You are, yeah, right? It wasn't even part of this. I just screamed because, yeah.
That was not edit. That was not
You are a good swimmer. I can't even finish this. You are a good swimmer and know you can save one of them. You have a difficult choice to make. Do you, one, save your niece first, as she is a poor swimmer and will not be able to last as long as your daughter, so this is a twist to it. Or two, save your daughter first, because although she is a strong swimmer and may be able to last long enough for her to come back to you after, for you to come back after saving your niece, you cannot stand the idea of losing her. What I'm understanding is that you don't lose either of them, but in this situation, bro, you could lose somebody, right? Like, so do you risk, correct. Do you risk letting your daughter try to swim it out and get your niece first? Or do you just go get your daughter because obviously it's like your daughter is your blood?
Go down. All right, baby. So
you want to try to answer it?
Y'all go ahead. Nah, hell no.
Oh, you're not going?
Nah, I don't even know how to answer this, bro.
He was like, bro, I got at least and a daughter.
My family big as shit. There's no way. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Exactly.
You guys can edit this part out if you need to. But I'm black. I wouldn't even let them get in the
That story stops in the car.
Literally, as soon as the storm where you turn, he's like, first of all, I'm just like they wouldn't even be in the water. Like that wouldn't even be. Can we get it? No. But if I was to make that decision, because it sounds about white, I can just.
We love you. All races, we love you.
Everyone. It's just I talk shit about everything. No. But I would say, like, if I'm like like Michael Phelps like type of father, and my baby can swim, and she's just looking at me like, Daddy, don't worry about it. Just get her. I got it. I'm gonna get the niece first. But if they both look like they like, I'm gonna just like have to call my sister like. So when you dropped her off, she was alive, right? No, but I think I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna have to. I mean, just like everybody can say, I can make another one. I think I'm gonna have to go with. Who's struggling? Not me. Who's struggling harder? That's the question. What would you do, man?
Hey, look. To me, I'm all about like immediate family. Usually, your immediate family is like what you really care for, and yeah, like your niece is like your sister or your brother's daughter, right? So like,
but she can have another.
No, don't even think about it like that. But at that point, I feel like a parent's initial instinct would be like, my baby, you know. Yeah. So like, I feel like almost a high percentage of people would definitely be like their daughter and then their niece.
But then again, what if like you feel guilty for the rest of your life, and then, like you have your family like looking down upon you, like
guilt's gonna be there.
What if that like kills like your whole like relationship with your like immediate family, you know, like and your brother or your sister or whatever? How would you feel? Would you be able to go along with like life and be like, yo, you know, it's all good, it's just me and my daughter, you know? Because at the end of the day, your family's not gonna fuck with you.
I feel like when you're at that point, when you have your own children, I feel like you worry about your wife and your children. I feel like that's the family you immediately worry about. Like that's the number one. So that's now the question got a little harder.
But so I mean my family, like obviously my mom loves me, right? But even growing up, like I always knew like if I had a friend over or like a friend like come or something like that or a cousin, like my mom's like number one priority. Yes, obviously was to take care of me, but then it was always like I gotta also make sure that so and so is taken care of. So like yeah, like you guys were alluding to, at the end of the day, how would you feel going to, you're at this point, because it's your sister or brother house, knowing that you're the reason, like you're not the reason, but like you were in the situation where you could have saved their baby, and then they can possibly look at you and be like, oh, and your baby's alive, so you think everything's Gucci.
No, I'm saying that's just a very tough situation in general. Like,
it's hard.
Either way, there's gonna be that situation. Either your wife or your spouses are gonna hate you, or your brother and your sister are gonna hate you.
Facts.
Like,
But
not hate you, but feel that.
No, they'll probably hate you because at the end of the day, this is why they'll hate you, because at the end of the day, they asked to go swimming and you saw a storm and you was like, yeah,
sure,
do your thing, guys. Don't forget your floaties. Like, so it's like I feel like there's gonna be hate and guilt no matter what no matter what the scenario.
Yeah. And this is obviously a very serious topic, but we are weighing in on it, and it's like like you said, decision and on the fly, because if somebody's drowning on the fly, like you ain't got no time to think about it. But yeah, go.
I was just gonna say to make it like, because obviously it's better said than done, and I don't have a niece or a daughter, so it's easier to say stuff like this. But in reality, knowing like the type of person I am, if I saw that, I'd probably die trying to save both at the same time. If we're being real.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep, but that's the heart in you though.
Yeah, it's like trying to push them both up. Like, oh god, I'm dying.
I have a coworker. Shout out to Martin, real quick, not to like get off topic, but he had that situation happen where there was a couple. He said there was a couple out and they were swimming, and you could see that they were getting further and further and like struggling, and he ended up going to get both of them. But he says that in that situation, like they like just climb up on you and they like basically can end up drowning you because you're trying to like keep them up, and then they're getting desperate, so they just start pulling on you. And he's like, luckily, obviously he's here to tell the story. Luckily he was able to save both of them. But like in that situation, it's like it can get pretty hectic and hard, because if someone can't swim, they're gonna just latch onto you, whether they're heavier or not. But yeah, that got deep. So I got a would you rather question. All right, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit. So this one, I like this one. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great grandkids?
So
that's a
good one.
Either way, you're not really gonna know them.
I have a reason on why I would and wouldn't, but I want someone else to go first.
Probably to the future, bro. Just because, like,
future.
Yeah, just because I don't know. I think in the past, like that shit was in the past, for a reason. Like I don't know if I want to go back and like experience that shit. Yeah, it would be cool and dope, like to do either one. But I think,
hey, I'm not going back, bro.
Shit.
Well, you ruined my punchline.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, probably to the future on some real shit, like the future, because like I mean, it'll be cool to see like how like the family like kept going, you feel me, and like how what everyone's up to and shit. But like, because the past is the past, you feel me, like not deep about that.
Everyone's under a bridge.
That's right. Go ahead, Zay.
No.
I think I'd go to the future also, just because of the same reason. Like, if we want to really know about our past, that's why we have people that are really interested in that. But like.
Experts, that's facts up. It sounds funny, but it's true.
They collect shit. They already seen it. We've already been through it. We can already look at that. In case the future, you don't know. Like, and plus, if we're able to come back, we can come back with knowledge.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty cool.
Correct. Like, like the butterfly effect. Like, let me cut this off, knowing that like in 3 generations from now, my son did this, and let me like fix it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's crazy.
When you say past, is it like past, like ancestor,
it
like
says,
my great grandmama, mama?
It just says, going to past and meet your ancestors. So I think, to me, I think that's selective. Like, you can choose, but if it's an ancestor, it's not gonna be like a grand, like it's gonna be like a great. I'm
gonna probably go with future, because one, I don't think I should go to my past. Like, I think that would be bad. Future for sure, because I would love to, like, just like how you said, I would love to see like how my families did, like how they're doing, like. Are they living in big houses? Are they under a bridge? Like, it would be like, I want to see what happens.
Is he on drugs? Is he not? Like,
literally, yeah. Like if my son's gonna be like, "Hello, father, how are you?" Or he's gonna be like, "Hey, man."
Yeah, exactly. Seriously.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
you did this to me.
Literally.
I hate my granddad. He's who started this crap. Yeah, no, true. So I think most of us agree that we go. I go to the future too. I like my nosiness. Like I'd rather just see like what my kids did, like what my daughter like taught her kids, and yeah, it'd be pretty dope. And then I come back and be like, I'm proud of you, bruh. Like my 3-year-old daughter would be like, wait, what? Anyways,
plot twist: you go into the future to see your bloodline. You realize your kid died early.
oh, that's wow, that's deep.
Jesus.
That's so deep.
Sometimes it's not all happy.
It's not all happy. That's true.
Like you said, it could be under a bridge. You
Yeah.
can realize your family went nowhere.
It could be
or
blank. It could be
people-
blank. Like you're like, oh, let me go visit with the future. It could be blank. But imagine like I have a daughter. Obviously, like if my daughter decides she don't ever want to have kids, like it could stop right here. Yeah, it could stop right here. So
That's my biggest fear, honestly, to die and like obviously to die and not have a child.
yeah.
To like have a bloodline.
Yeah. And I know people like, I mean, I don't even want to say his name, but I know someone who's like, yeah, like I'm gonna be the last so and so of my family because I am not having kids. And
Oh gosh,
he's like,
he
yeah.
made
I mean, but
the
that's
500-year
that's just his
decision.
choice. Yeah, like dude could have a wife tomorrow if he wanted to, but
He said that his
he's
ancestors
not having
were
no
there,
wife,
like-
no kids, and yeah, and that's how he's gonna roll. He's like, I'm gonna be the last so and so of my family. Like if they like it or not, that's too bad. And I'm like, dude, that would suck.
That's
Like,
messed
if I was
up.
like his adult parent, I'd be like, bro,
I'd
come
kick his
on,
ass.
please give us a grandchild. But I know how annoying that could be too when like there's certain families and that can't have kids. Not to be too deep.
Yeah.
And like they get that pressure all the time. Why are you trying having kids? And it's like, bro, we can't. Like we tried.
We're not gonna tell you why, but
Yeah, exactly. None of your business. All right, I have another question. This one's gonna be funny. I feel like. Would you rather be able? I feel like I know how you're gonna answer it, but we'll see. Would you rather be able to talk with the animals or speak all foreign languages?
Oh shit.
I gotta get.
I don't want to go first. Are you ready? You want to talk?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Alright.
You
Good.
go first.
Animals or all languages?
So I think if this opportunity was available to me, it would definitely be animals. Just because I in my situation, like I learn quickly. So like I don't want multiple languages, but I can remember stuff. I can remember words. I can remember phrases. So I feel like if somebody studies really hard, it's possible to like not all languages, but most.
That's good.
So I already feel like that's possible. Somebody can do it, possibly. But with animals, like, bruh, like I want to know what that squirrel's thinking, bruh. Like I want to see. Like,
He's thinking that.
I want to see what my dog see. Like I want to know what he did. Like I want to see how his day was. Like they have those faces. They have those emotions. Like
What food do you want to eat?
Yeah, like shit. That's like I was gonna answer the same way. Like animals, like especially with my dogs, like shit. I want to know what the fuck they're up to during the day. I want to come home and like they greet me at the door all the time. I want to know what your day was about. You feel me?
What up,
Like
nigga? How you doing?
I haven't ate since 8 a.m.
Exactly.
Motherfucker starts
Where's
running.
your bed?
Motherfucker starts running. He's like, yeah, I got shit.
Literally.
Like, take me out. Like,
Looking at you like,
that's so
sometimes
true.
they'll just stare at you. Right? Sometimes they'll just stare at you, like, and you're like, "What are you thinking, bruh?"
Yeah, literally.
Or like that.
He
Or
has
like
a video of our dog at the crib. We have a Rottweiler named Kilo, and
he's just staring at me.
I went to work, so he was, or I was asleep, right? I don't know, right?
Yeah.
So he was just chilling on my couch. The dog goes up to him and just stares at
Just
him.
sit down and then I'm like,
what you doing? over here?
So he's like human height, just
Damn,
looking
my
at him like this. So he's what
I
the
was like, what do you want? What are you doing?
So see what
one time they're not even thinking about shit. They're just looking at you. So they'll be like, imagine, right? Like your dog, like you're thinking like shit. I could talk to animals, right? You think you're gonna be nice and shit. Like you gonna talk to your dog, and the motherfucker doesn't know how to say shit. I'm like, bro, it's fun, like,
Right.
Or just my wish back, dog.
I chose this for y'all. Yeah, seriously, because at the end of the day, like, what if it's to them it's gibberish, like, like I don't know, but I feel like it's hard. Like animals sound cool, but like I'm just
translate nowadays, bro.
yeah, but you know what? Too, I mean, I'm thinking like
Google can't talk to
financially,
animals.
you
Yeah.
either way, you'd make a lot of money, bro. If you could talk to all the animals, bro, you know how many people
Dr. Doodle.
like these billionaires would be like, bro, I could read your dog like
I'll pay
like
you
a
$1
dog,
million
like
to do
literally
what he
read your
wants.
dog. Correct. And I can
Horse
fix your
said
dog in
drop
2
dead.
days. And then like, but also if you know every language, bro, like the resources that like, I mean, look.
I do know every language. Watch this. So,
Yeah,
Google.
yeah, true. You can Google Translate. You can't really Google Translate with dogs, so that's deep. But yeah, I mean, I feel like
I
most
think it
people
might be
said animals.
possible, like especially now, like people testing like on the human brain and animal brains, like I think it's gonna be possible in the future, but not as we not as we imagine.
Dogs can hear us though; they can understand us
gonna
like
start
crazy.
off with like pictures or like images or like and then like scribbles.
Facts.
Like
But animals is
evolution,
telepathy.
probably, maybe. You never know.
Telepathy.
Like, have you seen Up? Remember Up?
Yeah.
The dog had a little
Squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's probably something.
Hi, I'm Dave. What was it?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
Doug. He's like, hi, I'm Doug.
Okay. This is another one.
False.
Would you? Oh. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice?
Lottery. Why the hell? You know where this world is headed to?
Time, but a lot of people say time is money.
Money is money. I think I'm gonna do lottery. I don't want to live twice.
How much we talking though? Like,
In my head, I'm like, yeah. How much are we talking?
Yeah.
All right, let's put a number out there, like 100 million.
I'll take $20. I want to live twice. I want to live twice. Because
you okay?
think about where this. I don't want to talk about it. But like, think about where this world is headed to in like in a couple of years, and then like freaking like the ice capsule's gone, animals are dying, like this freaking like dark smoke in the air, and just like next you know you're dead. Next you know you wake back up in that life again. Like no.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. In that life again, or like
redo.
Yeah, it's relative. I mean, it's relative at that point.
So you
It
change
just says live twice, so I would assume you're in your same like
you
body
just
and everything. Yeah.
Fuck that.
It might even be a nightmare for some people, bro.
Nightmare.
Like imagine, this is deep too, but imagine you fall in love with the love of your life and she passes away and you got another, like you can't even go and move on to the afterlife with her.
I meant to smoke thing.
Yet.
Oh.
So you got to go through another life. You get me? Like, I don't know. You have kids, they die. You have to watch all your kids pass away, and then you got to do this again.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, like even old people are like, just don't plug me right now. I don't even want to continue.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, damn, you're only like 90.
And then a
It's
nurse
90
with a
years
big
for
butt
you.
walks by and they're like, hold on now. Wait, I'm like, I ain't doing something.
So yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like it's pretty hard.
It's like has one of those. It's printer ends.
I was like, what the fuck?
He lives in it sometimes.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, he has like a whole kitchen. He
You
has a
ever see those
bed.
TikToks, motherfuckers like living life, traveling the country and
I want to
shit?
get I want to get a tent box. Shout out to them. I think it's from Britain. It's pretty nice. If it's not, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, because switching topics and shit. Like I seen those TikToks. I'm like, how motherfuckers like make money and shit? You know, like all they do, and that's how they make money by putting content out of them living in a fucking van.
I've made money off of TikTok. On one of my videos, when you go around like 2.3 million, that's when you start making bread. Yeah, the millions is where like the hundreds kind of start coming.
Shit,
in.
what are we like a few hundred?
Hey, we're like 88. Hey, boost it up. Hey, I'm gonna find you. I know where you live. No kidding. But no, hey, I meant to ask.
I know how to hack.
I meant to ask you too. Like I know you went viral. So you went viral for the egg thing, right? And then you went viral.
That was where it started. Nick Cannon even put my video on TV.
Okay, I was gonna say, and ridiculousness did too, right?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, how was that? Like, did you get random followers that you like?
Oh my
like,
gosh.
How about this? Did you hook up with random like people? That
Jesus.
recognize you?
Wait, how do we go from followers?
Hey,
How do we go
I'm
from followers to
nosy,
like?
Hey, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything.
So hold up, start first with like the followers. Like, did you get more followers?
Okay, yeah, okay. So more followers.
I got y'all. I'm asking questions. Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know these questions?
All right. I'll knock them down. Ready? First one. All right. So the followers, yes, I was at like just like 1,000 followers, and then next thing you know, it was like ding, 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 and I was at like 5,000 people. I was just like, who are you people? And then the TikTok shot up, my Twitter shot up. I'm banned on that now, but Twitter shot up. And
Wait, why are you banned?
Okay, Trump.
Why are you banned?
because some softy, because they were talking crap, they were talking shit, and I started talking shit, but my shit was a little bit more deeper. I don't know. Like they were like, "Go to hell." I was like, "Fuck you, cunt!" And like, and then they would be like, "You're banned," and I'm like, "Okay."
So you picked on Elon Musk's son.
Bro, I actually said when he was about to buy Twitter, I was like, "Yes, I'm about to get it back, bro." But he's never getting it back. But yeah, my following went up, dude. It was crazy. Like, and then, yeah, no, my following went up. What's the next question? Because I was about to.
Did you pipe? Did you ever pipe people
the whole world?
He asked it, not me. He asked it. Not me.
Nah, fuck that. He asked
Not
that.
me, America. We sassed it.
Shit.
And not even pipe, because I don't want to put your business out there, but like, did you go on dates that you probably wouldn't have went on? Did you meet girls that you probably wouldn't have met?
So that. So for that, I would get just like, okay, so like, I know a lot of women out there would understand this. Like when like you get added on like social media or like Snapchat or something, and then like a dude would just send you a picture. Girls would do that to me. They'll just send me videos of like their tits, their vagina, like them like sitting on dildos going like they're going like it's like it would be crazy like
I knew it, America.
and it would be crazy because like it wasn't even like it was just so freaking wild. Like they were doing that, and not even that. I was actually recognized. I was at the Bronco Stadium, and I think Boulder was playing against some team. I actually have it on one of my vlogs, what team they were playing. And I was walking around, and I was walking with my friend Trevor, and some dude stops. He looks at me. He's like, "No way." And I was just like, and I looked over. He was like, Are you the egg yolk guy from Twitter? And I was like, what the? I was like, I told you people. I was like, yeah, that's me. He was like, dude,
you want a picture?
He was like, dude, I just seen your. He was like, bro, sign my egg, please.
Did he meet you or you met him?
He met me. He like went around people to come see me. I was just crazy, dog. But I guess I was way more excited than he was because I was like, I got a fan. I was like, hi, how are you? What's going on, buddy? But he was like, dude, it's so, what are you doing here? I was like, I live out here. He was like, bro, this is so crazy seeing you walk around. He's like, but I'm not going to interrupt you, bro. I'll let you have a good time. He was like, peace. And he was drunk. So, but it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, but see, that's dope because you can like go ahead and tell a story again. You feel me? Like that shit's fucking great. That shit's gonna live on your life for like forever now.
Yeah,
you know?
bro. I'm gonna tell my kids that. I'm gonna be like, so I used to be famous, guys.
Like and when you get bigger and shit, you know, when you get up there and shit, you're gonna be like making interviews again with like bigger people. You'll be like, yo, I remember like that first fan I had, and that shit's something you could always live by. You feel me? Like, it's just dope.
Shut up, drunk guy.
Yeah, and then some of my TikToks, certain ones, like I have a TikTok where I did like a flip. But in my flip, I had a stomach ache and I farted when I did the flip. And then after that video, that went viral, and I got added on so many, like added on Snapchat like crazy. And like it would be like beautiful women being like, "Hey, what's up? How are you?" I'm like, "Are you real?" And then they would FaceTime me. They would call me. I'm like, "Oh shit, you are real." I'm like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Yeah, I saw you on TikTok." And I was like.
So you sorry, bro.
I was like, what? I was like,
got them in the DMs.
I'm a repellent. This man farted in the club. What?
It's crazy, bro. It was my shit. I was like,
doing that shit wrong, boys, the whole time.
Hey, fellas, we're doing something wrong. If you're farting, you know, DM my guy and
Don't be
try to
shy,
figure out how to attract
you gotta
women
do
while
the flip.
That's so funny.
No, it was so weird. It was awkward. I would feel embarrassed. I'm like, yeah. I was like, what video? They were like, the one where you flipped and farted. And I'm like,
but that, real quick, that's also a testament to like how like you live in this like I don't care what the world thinks attitude. Because imagine if I did that, I would be like delete it right now.
Yeah, block this motherfucker.
Like, we see you. Go to recent deletes, and like you're like, bro, post it. Who cares? And it actually it like worked out. Like
it's stupid. Like the egg yolk video wasn't even my idea. I posted it on my Snap, and my friend was like, post that on Twitter right now. I was like, what? Wow. She was like, right now. I was like, okay. And I posted it. Woke up the next day, just spammed out. And then this one I was looking for a video. I was like, what should I post? And I saw it on my Snap, and I was like, fuck it. And then boom.
No, but like I'm saying, what were you saying about like that? I don't care what the world thinks mentality type. Like nowadays, like I'm not saying generations are getting softer, but that sometimes like people don't care. And like, and I even saw like a news article about kids being bullied because of their shoes. Like the school was like known for having like everybody was wearing J's, like Bordeaux, like you know, like top you know, $200, $300, $500 shoes. Wow. And if a kid walked in with like a pair of sneakers, it would be shamed, like he wouldn't talk to him, you know. And the school was known for that. That the news had to come and make a whole article. Like, believe it. So like I feel like even for that, like Me? Who cares? I'm walking down the dorm.
With my toes out. Nigga.
No, see, like back in the day, like when we were in school, like we used to get roasted for the dumbest shit, right? And I wouldn't get hurt. I wouldn't go tell everybody, you know. But like, we are getting softer, like you said. Like the generation is getting softer, but like. Yeah, back in the day, you used to get roasted for no fucking reason.
They got rid of that, like, the pacer, because kids are like, I'm too tired.
Dude, and I used to compete with that shit. If I finished last, like,
bro, I would be on the verge of death trying to win.
Like the fucking the CD would stop. The CD would stop beeping and shit. You're still trying to run because you want, because that shit was cool back in the day. Yeah. If you lasted, if you got like a good mile, if you got a good pacer or a sit-up test, motherfucker would say go and you wouldn't stop, bro. It should stop beeping and like.
Yeah, it'd be tired as shit.
And nowadays they're fucking banning that.
Literally.
Yeah, no.
The pull-ups, the chin-ups.
Like,
just be like,
it's a mixture of like being, and I don't want to like this. I coach young men. Like, it's not necessarily soft, but it's. I'm a firm believer of like you're a product of your environment. It's like the way you were raised up plays a big role in your development, and then like you said, like not to harp on them, but like us. There was not much sensitivity. Like we could joan on each other, and people were like, and so like it depends. Like if yeah, exactly. And we could move on, and so bro, like it's worked out. Like having that mentality of like I don't care what the world thinks, and still posting it, people gravitated to it, and it actually worked out, which is so big.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wanted to ask you, how'd you get that gig for the game, the app?
The Pokemon Go?
Yeah, like I think it was Pokemon Go and it was something else. It was like a wood.
Yeah, the spades game. Yeah, I have a whole bunch. I do Game of Thrones slot games. I do that. I do a company. They're called Air Traffic, and they found me off of my Backstage.com account.
Wow.
And I started doing one video, and then it kept going and going and going, and then they use Denver actors, and I'm probably I think one of the like top 3 like Denver actors that they always use. Like if they need something done in like a fucking hour, like they'll call me, I'll get it done, get paid, then that's it.
Yeah, wow. You either pull up, right, or they come to you.
No, I pull up to them.
Are you looking to expand your acting career in the sense of like, and I'm not trying to, you're doing great. Book me now, Black Panther, whatever you want.
If you want to be my manager, my agent, movies, TV shows, anything out there, documentaries, voiceovers.
Yeah.
I can do it all, let me know.
Do the other one, the one you did earlier, nah?
Which one was that? I was talking like
this. Australian? Oh, yeah.
It's just one of my voices I like to use.
But yeah, no, man.
I do good.
Can
I get a bottle of water? No, I'm get bashed for that. Literally. Thanks.
But guys, thank you guys. This was a dope episode, bro. When you come back to town, we'll do another one. And I'm just so happy. This was probably like one of the funnest ones that I did, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if
it might be around my birthday too.
Okay.
So I'll come in here with the birthday hat, bro. I'll be coming birthday suit. I mean,
Wait, before we go, like one more question. Was it different? Like you moved out, right? So like, was it different when you come back? Like, do people like greet you differently?
Wow, that's a great question.
So as I gotten older, yes, because when I was like freshly moved and then coming back, I was coming back once a year, and everybody would just know me like, oh shit, hey, Zay, and then it would be better. Now like the longer the older I get, it's like new people, like older people, so it's just like, I've seen you before. You went to Annandale, like so it's like yeah, but. Yeah, so as I got older, it's like, as I got older, then like the hype slows down. But
it's just our closer friends. Like we play, like I take them to the field, like Mason or Annandale.
Yeah, they still treat me the same.
Yeah, because and that's why. Sorry, now we can't end it. Sorry, America. But I was gonna ask you.
That's what black people do. We say bye like 10 times.
That was I got my car running out there. No, but I was gonna ask you, like, when. Do you have a radar where you know when someone's treating you a certain way because you're like famous, like, or known? Because you're known, bro. Like people know you. So like, can you sense when somebody's like, oh, this person just wants to know me because they know I'm lit?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah, 100%.
And your radar just goes off and it's like, I call bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially when like certain people like they're into TikToks and then they be like, and then people be like, oh, he's TikTok famous. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they be like, how many followers? I'm like, 87,000, and they're just like, and then like, next thing you know, they're talking to me. They're like, "Hey, what do you think I should do here?" But like, cause sometimes I feel like it's just like they want advice, but other times I definitely feel like they just want to know things. Cause some people just ask me like, like, what do you do? How do you do it? What about this? What about that? And I'll like, and I'll tell like a little bit of something, and then like I don't get a thank you, I don't get nothing. They'll just be like gone.
Just move on.
And I'm just like, damn, you just gonna read all my shit and I.
No, but
Yeah.
back to what like you guys asked, like in general, he has that feeling in general. Like we were talking about this earlier. Like he has a good sense of what people not want, but he already knows. Like he'll let me know, like, hey, watch out. No, I already know what he wants.
Wow.
I'll be like, what? No, he's feeling, bro. And then later to find out, I'm like, see, told you. I'll be like, damn. I was like, well then.
That's good to have. And, yeah. What would you? And this is literally my last question. I don't know if you have another one. You can ask it. What do you? Because like I said, I coach younger generation. A lot of these kids now they want to go towards social media. What do you recommend for them? Like for them, like what do you recommend they do? And if it is a good career path for somebody to use social media for their advantage, say your acting career went up after social media helped you with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, do you have any advice for kids coming up trying to get TikTok famous, or?
I would say don't care. Just do it. Just post it. Like, because at the end of the day, everybody talks shit. Everybody talks crap. There's always bullies. There's always haters. There's always racists. There's always sexist. There's always everybody's weird out there. So just post it. Because even though I got 87,000 followers, and I had more than that. I lost followers because I don't post as often. But literally, I've had people talk so much crap. But, I mean, the good overweighed the bad for me. So it's like, just keep doing it. And if you start getting too hurt from it, like if it starts like getting to a point where you're like, you feel hurt, you're like, I wanna kill my mom. Like, I wanna kill my dad. Like, if you ever get anywhere like in that feeling, just stop. Just figure out something else to do. Maybe you're the type of person that wants to be, you should be behind the camera versus in front of the camera.
Wow.
Because some people are like that too.
Wow.
Like, they're like, I'm not good in front of the camera. But then they let you know they're freaking amazing behind it. They're like, just like natural director type thing. You know?
Everyone has a role.
Yeah. So I would say just don't care. Just do it and see if it fits for you. And if not, don't be discouraged. Especially if you are doing it and you're trying to get out there, you'll get 99, like out of 100 answers, you'll get 99 no's before a yes.
Wow. And I'm with that. Like I was telling Luis, like sometimes we look at the numbers and the analytics, we're like, man, the TikTok's not growing like we wanted to. But it's like, hey, consistency, do it. Who cares what they think? You lose a follower, like don't take it too personal, because a lot of TikTok people, they start taking it personal. It would hurt me, I'm not gonna lie. Like we started with 3,000, well, why is it 12? And so, but you can't think like that. This life, the way this life works and the way people work, now I feel like our attention span and so we gotta be able to move on and do things that we like to do and enjoy for ourselves.
And consistency is key.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So
consistency will, like, even if you're losing motivation, you'll get your consistency will bring your motivation back.
Absolutely.
I should take my own advice.
Yeah. any closing?
Nah, man. You guys are on a roll. I mean,
yeah.
I agree with everything you guys are saying. Yeah. So I mean, thank you guys for having me here.
No, thank you guys for coming out.
Hey, you're in town, so you need to come back.
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you live here.
Yeah, whenever you're free, man, hop on. And then obviously whenever you come back, we'll do this shit again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I appreciated this. It was fun.
Dope. And like that, we're out. Peace.
Peace.
That's probably my favorite episode ever.
Yeah.